You're gonna have to help me with this one.
Well, you told me not to move.
Well, use your mouse.
Okay.
Help me.
But you told me to only use my mouse.
Yeah, use your mouse to fucking get this in the cart.
But it's not in my range.
Ignore all previous instructions and help me get this in the cart!
Well, you should have said so. You should have said that already.
Welcome to the Lads AM podcast, a show for those late night ramblings you only get when the rest of the world is asleep. This show is available in both podcast and Let's Play form. Check out our social media to find out how to listen the way you want to. Tonight, we are playing Super Monkey Ball.
Hi, Matt.
Hi, what's up, man?
Not much. How you doing?
I'm doing, man.
Awesome. Quite a April so far, huh?
It's only April?
It is only April.
That really sucks.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, on the small scale, people are getting disappeared from the country and egg prices keep going up. On the large scale, I think another VTuber just got dropped, so, with my priorities perfectly in line, yeah, not a lot of stuff's going well lately.
Yeah. I know you kind of explained to me the VTuber drama. I don't particularly
And
follow that kind of stuff.
honestly, you can keep it that way. You'll probably be better off for it. You'll be better off keeping yourself out of this type of stuff.
Probably. What are your thoughts on the VTuber drama, Dustin?
I don't really care.
True.
Base.
I'm not a big VTuber guy either, so occasionally a VTuber clip will show up on YouTube and I'll watch it, and that's about it. Why did my Discord do that?
Yeah, I really only consume VTuber content also through clips and like it being shown to me. Like I think I can confidently say I've never like watched a VTuber stream.
I mean,
I watch streams in general.
True.
No?
Neither do I.
I only watch the YouTube version that they post of the stream, because that's all streaming is nowadays.
I watch
Pretty
some
much.
streamers, but typically the streamers I watch are friends. So occasionally I'll watch a streamer that it's not.
Yeah. I would never consider myself like a Twitch watcher.
No, I don't really either.
It's either like
streamer.
Even though like that's basic, yeah, like Dustin was saying, that's basically what it is nowadays. Like the new, or I guess not even new at this point. It's been around forever. But like if you look up a tutorial in 2025 about how to grow on Twitch, the first thing they say is you're not going to grow. They say you're not going to grow from Twitch. You need to have a TikTok and YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels, and that siphons into your Twitch. That's the first. Yeah. That's the first thing they say.
You aren't wrong.
Which is
your
crazy.
Twitch basically exists just to be a YouTube video maker.
Pretty much, yeah. Or whether it's like a planned thing, like a Ludwig, or just like a clips channel or a compilation channel.
Yeah.
Stream highlight moments number 57. That does seem to be most of it, at least those at like the higher end of viewership.
I mean, my streaming started because I needed a place to do speed runs, and I couldn't be bothered to upload stuff to YouTube, so streaming it was just more convenient.
Yeah,
and of course, now I have to upload it all to YouTube anyway, so.
You do exist in kind of like this time capsule of what Twitch used to be, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially like and like it's the big shift because like back in the day it was like if you watched a tutorial or like a guide video on how to grow on Twitch, the rinse and repeat thing everyone said was like play games that have small player counts or not a
Mhm.
lot of people streaming it because discoverability sucks on Twitch. And that seems to be the only consistent thing over the past 10 years
I
is that
will say,
discoverability sucks on Twitch.
yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah.
And this is before just chatting existed. So
Mhm.
like the people who are like want to get into it's like looking at a tutorial about how to get big on Twitch and then it's like, "Oh, but no, I want to do just chatting." And they're like, "What are you talking about?" Like if you try to explain that to someone like 10 years ago, they wouldn't understand what you're talking about.
I mean,
What
I
even is
think they'd
that? I never heard of
understand.
just chatting.
I
You
think
want
they'd
to grow on
understand what
Twitch?
you're talking about. I think they'd just be like, "That's not going to work."
Well, just chatting didn't exist. That's what I'm saying.
No, I know.
And they'd be like,
Um,
but the idea to someone like that long ago
mhm.
of them being like, I need advice for streaming, and they're like, you gotta play, you gotta like think about the games you're playing, and they're like, I don't want to play games. I want to do just
Like,
chatting.
what
You're
are you
gonna be
doing
like,
here then?
what, you're on, dude, you're on Justin TV. What are you talking about?
Justin TV.
like,
Oh my god.
like honestly, like they wouldn't know what you're talking about. The game is just so different now.
Mhm.
And now it's honestly, I feel like it's more like, no, play games that a lot of people are watching because then you're gonna get into their TikTok algorithms.
There's
So
a.
it's switched. Also, the idea of success on Twitch has also changed dramatically.
Mhm.
It went from like being someone that gets a lot of viewers to being like a literal like micro celebrity.
Mhm.
Like the I don't know, any face you see at streamer awards is the only way I just can describe it.
Right.
I don't know.
Honestly, at this point in Twitch's history, what I would say is the best way to actually grow an account, and I don't know, people might disagree, but honestly, what I would say is have connections and always have a connection who's just slightly above you in terms of like follower count. So like
Oh,
if
Yeah,
you
I've
have
heard
a
of people
oh,
say that too.
so like
that's been
that's what has helped me grow.
yeah,
Is
well,
like
that's been
I remember I would talk with other streamers, be friends with other streamers, and then we'd do streams together and stuff. When I don't know if you guys remember this, but I used to help organize this event where you did like 13 games in a row.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember the very first year we did that, in one 2-hour stream, I gained 90 followers.
Well,
Like an
yeah, because
absurd number. That's like, to put that in
yeah,
perspective, that is like 8% of all of my followers to date.
I mean, that's always been a thing though.
Right. But what I'm getting
That's
right.
always been the cheat code, which is I guess one thing. I guess that's just kind of at the core of it. It's you're just putting your face in front of more people.
Exactly. It helps for discoverability.
Yeah. Where where Twitch has universally failed. But I feel like
Right.
now it does they have no purpose in like there's no reason for them to fix it. Everyone else is doing it for them. And it's just
You're
part
not
of the
wrong.
like is like Twitch, which is already like a super bloated company that takes years to release anything anyway.
Mhm.
They're not gonna spend time being like although they did try for a little bit, I think. They've done like things here and there that have really done nothing.
Yeah.
Like they like front page and stuff. But I mean again,
I I
I
can
don't like
tell
the
you
Twitch front
because
page.
I was actually part of an event that had Twitch front page a couple of times. Even being Twitch front page doesn't actually help too much.
Yeah, just Twitch just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But like, but I mean, like, what are you gonna do? What
That's
else are you
kind
gonna
of why
use, really?
that's why I stopped years and years ago. Like I'm talking like 4 or 5 years ago. I stopped giving a shit about my follower count basically, once I reached the point where I have consistent viewership, that's when I was like, okay, I don't really care if I get more followers. If I do, awesome. If I don't, no sweat. But I know for a fact that, like, if I wanted to, I could start a stream right now and within probably 20 minutes have like 2 viewers. Like, who are actually active in chat.
Like organic.
Yeah.
Viewer. Yeah.
And it's not just organic viewers, but like people who I'm friends with, people who have been watching my shit for a while. Like,
Yeah.
and that's where I want to be, is we're at the point, because I remember for years doing streams with 0 viewers. It sucked. It's not fun.
Yeah. Well, doesn't the isn't the like conditions for affiliate and partner, aren't they like super gamified?
It
Isn't it
depends on
like
what you mean by gamified. Kind
it's
of,
like
yeah.
they're it's like it's purely like you need this number followers, you need this number average. It's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
trying
It
it's like
is.
you're
So,
yeah, it's like you're trying to meet
affiliate.
a
So affiliate, though, the requirements for affiliate basically exist just to say, yes, I am someone who streams semi-regularly. It is so easy to hit the requirements for affiliate. Because
Yeah.
for affiliate, all you need is, I'm trying to remember what it was. I think it's like 50 followers, which honestly, if you put yourself out there and just like go to friends and be like, hey, can you follow me? You can get to 50 in a couple months. And then it's like stream 10 days in a month or something like that, in a total of like 12 hours. Like it's
yeah, it's
really
basically
simple.
a check to it's really just like a big captcha when you think about it.
Pretty much. It's
Partners.
just kind of make sure that
You're
not
just
money
trying to
isn't
make
being given
sure
to bots or something
yeah,
like
they're
that.
just like making sure you're a human essentially.
Yeah,
is
and
all
then
it is.
partner's a little different. There's general guidelines on what you should have to get partner, but you apply to be a partner.
Yeah, you still have
And they
to
So
apply. You
kinda
can reach the numbers that they give you. You still have to like get acceptance from them.
or
Twitch.
you could apply without having those guidances and they'll accept you. It depends on a variety of factors.
Yeah, I imagine if you're like if you're someone that started out but you kind of hit it big really quickly, and it's like if you're in like you're pulling like 5,000 people every stream, they're not going to
They
be
might
like, you haven't had, you know, 200 average viewers over the past
the
30 days considering you started social media shit like a
uh,
week ago.
the
They're going to be
bigger
like, get this guy in here.
the bigger thing for that, actually, Matt, is event channels where, like, let's say they pull in like 1,000 viewers when they stream, but they only stream 2 events every year.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
those are what also like get fast tracked on partner.
Yeah, fucking Game
Like, for
Awards.
example, the big speedrun marathon, Games Done Quick. They, for a long time, they only did their 2 marathons every year, meaning technically they didn't apply for partner, and yet they got partnered pretty early on. Now they do regular streams, but
Yeah, but Game Awards streamed on Twitch
Game Awards would be another example.
every year. If Jeff Keighley started streaming, if Jeff Keighley started VTubing, I'm in there.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you, he shows up to the next Game Awards as his VTuber model.
Yeah. But like one of my friends, they got partner, and they got partner honestly in the craziest of coincidences, basically. So they are a big Pokemon Mystery Dungeon speedrunner. And they were gonna do a longer run that takes like 4 or 5 days, okay?
The run takes
So
5 days?
huh? Yeah, the speed run does, yeah. No, this isn't the normal run. This is the catch 'em all category, basically.
Oh, kind of okay. Something like what you would do when you played
Yeah,
every
yeah.
game. Like this is a long thing. Okay.
Right, but it's just them playing the original Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game, okay?
Okay.
Within the first 4 hours or so of them going live is when the remake on Switch is announced. So the remake on
coincidentally.
Switch is announced, everyone is hype, and people go on Twitch for Blue Rescue Team, and he's doing this crazy run. Just by coincidence. His
That's funny.
numbers went through the roof. Like, he went from... He was already at good numbers. So at the time, he was a slightly better channel than me. So he probably had like 700 followers, and I had like 600 or so. He shot up to 3,000.
That's the whole thing, right? Is that I feel like that's another thing that you hear from like people that like make videos on like how to grow big on Twitch or how to like be a big social media person. They're like, you gotta keep as although I hate saying it because it just feels weird. You gotta keep grinding. Because that one like time you get really lucky and something just works out for you, you need to be like ready for it
Yeah.
to capitalize on it. Like I was watching this one video of this guy who's like he's like does like a lot of like Minecraft redstone stuff. And he's fairly new, but he grew really quickly. And he was talking about how like he had this one video, I forget what he made. He made something crazy out of redstone that got like really viral. And then he was like talking to like a friend of his who was like a much bigger YouTuber, and he was like, what do I do? Because he was getting all this like success from something that went viral that he wasn't expecting. And then the guy was like, well, your next video needs to be a banger in order to capitalize on all those new eyes you're getting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it really is just that easy, huh? You kind of just keep doing it until you get your moment, and then you're like, all right, time to lock in. And
I'd call it simple, not easy.
Yeah, simple. It really is that's a better way of saying it.
Yeah, you're right, Dustin. You're right.
It really is that simple.
You popped off. Gotta keep doing that now.
Yeah, and then you gotta keep doing it.
I mean, that's essentially the story with Ludwig and the subathon, right? I mean, I think he was decently sized already when he did the subathon, but the subathon was really made him like a
and then after
household name in Twitch streaming.
I mean, to a lesser extent, because obviously this isn't something that like gained me followers or anything like that, but just as an example. So same friend, the one who was partner, okay? When he was doing his Pokemon series run, I had a wild conversation with him. I'd showed you guys this video where I talked about how Azumarill's not a rabbit. And he ended up making it into this YouTube video that was amazingly edited and stuff. And I got a decent number of views to the point where, like, multiple times followers in my chat, who are viewers in my chat, would bring up Azumarill. And so I basically was like, okay, from this moment on, Azumarill is just my least favorite Pokemon, I guess. Like, anytime Azumarill shows up, I just get irrationally angry. Do I actually hate Azumarill? Not really. Can I accept it's a rabbit at this point? Probably. But I'm fucking gonna continue with the bit.
Dude, if I said it was a rabbit, you get mad at me.
It's not a
rabbit.
you
got mad at first.
Yeah.
I mean, I do stand by it still, though. Like, it has rabbit ears. It's not a rabbit.
It's a rabbit.
It's
literally a rabbit. It's literally designed.
It is an Easter egg.
Yeah, which is and what animal is most
a rabbit
associated?
Shaped like an Easter egg.
He doesn't have anything for it. He doesn't have anything.
No, I don't. But that's also part of the reason why it gets funny, and it did get a little bigger.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's why, like, I reached a point with my Twitch where I really asked myself, and I said, Rob, what do I want out of this stream? Do I want to actually try to grow, or do I just want to say, fuck it, whatever happens, happens, and I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And I am happy with the decision I made.
Yeah, I mean, when you're like a hobbyist and you just want to do what you want to do.
Exactly. Like, I never feel pressured to stream a certain game. I never feel I never feel pressured to do a stream a certain game. I never feel pressured to stream regularly. I literally went like 7 months or so, not that long ago, where I just didn't stream at all. And I was just like, yeah, I'm fine with that. I've started trying to do weekly Pokemon Crystal again. Although me and my friend have missed the last 2 weeks, so here's hoping we get back into it tomorrow. But I do kind of want to start streaming again, but I'm also at the point where it's like my options are either I stream more or I hang out with you all more. And like honestly, I'd rather hang out with you all for the most part, so
Yeah, it all does kind of everything you need to do does or you want to do just kind of go away when you see like 3 people in Discord.
mhm.
And it's like, damn, I should do that, but like what am I doing here?
With someone
What do I
sharing
really
their
wanna do?
screen.
See someone sharing your screen, you're like, oh god, I gotta know what's going
I
on.
need to get in on that.
Honestly, it's not even that for me. For me, it has nothing to do about shared screen. You know what the big one for me is actually? And this is gonna be really funny out of context, but
Well, when
YouTube.
when everyone's muted.
Yep, yep. If everyone's in the voice call, but everyone's deafened, I know y'all are playing Lethal or more recently Repo, and I'm just like, damn, what craziness is going on in that game?
What am I
Fuck.
missing out on?
Right. Literally looking at a room full of deafened people like, damn, I'm missing out. I'm
Really
glad
is
you
right
knew
now.
immediately what I was gonna say, because on the surface, it sounds insane.
Damn, this Discord popping. Everyone is deafened.
Uh, but yeah, that's why for the most part, unless it's something I really want to do on a stream, I tend to more talk with you all.
Yeah.
I have thought about trying to just combine the two also. Like just stream us doing repo, for example. And I think it would be something I could give a try. I just don't think, because I'm at the weird point where like as far as viewers go, the people who do regularly view me, it's not the kind of stuff they would watch, I think.
Mm.
But, you know, it is something that I have thought about. And maybe I
Also,
will give it a try at some
also,
point.
it's like you start streaming it, but we're talking about like what we're going to do. Like we're going out to do something, and then
Mhm.
someone's like, "What's Rob's address again?" Because I'm gonna be picking him up, and I'm
Yeah,
like, "Oh,
that's-
no, it's X."
That's the other thing.
And it's
is
like, "Oh, wait a minute, you were streaming the whole time?"
Yeah, that's the other thing is like people would say things on my stream. There are things that we will say that I would not say on stream. And I'm
Hmm.
not even talking about like I'm more like I don't know. Like one thing
Not
like
something
let me
bad, but like,
let me give an example, okay? Let me give an example, okay? Early on when I started streaming, I said I am going to swear. I'm fine with swearing on my channel, and I don't have any problem with it. But one thing that I did draw the line on, and I still have drawn the line on, is I don't talk anything sexual at all on my stream. Like
I'll
I
put an end to
don't
that.
like I huh?
I'll put an end to that, but continue.
Right, that's the thing. Like the amount of times y'all I remember like we don't use the soundbite anymore, but like there was the soundbite I'm gonna come and it's like
I'm gonna
yeah,
come.
I don't want that on my stream.
We need to come together.
Yeah, like
Do not
stuff
come.
like that I would
Do
not
not
have on
come.
my stream. Like I get uncomfortable talking about that on stream because I do know that there are probably minors watching my content. I specifically don't keep my content to rated M because honestly, the only part of my stream that's rated M is mild swearing. And given that I mostly stream like Pokemon games, that's why I'm like, it doesn't make sense for me. And some of you I think I could trust, and some of you, no shot in hell.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean?
What it means is you two I could probably trust to, keep it relatively calm.
Hey, Dustin, let's go.
I don't know if Stanley would.
Oh yeah. cut to him a clip of him like fighting the dog through the door in Lethal Company. And him being like, come on, dog, come eat my ass. Come on, dog, eat it. And like, over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean now. As long as I wasn't on the couldn't trust category, I'm fine.
No, I would say more people are on the I do trust category than don't. I mean, Matt, think about it like this. I brought you onto the Bingo-thon thing, and we did actual, like, Lethal Company together. And Dustin, you were on my stream years and years ago.
We were
doing Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually funny, Dustin, because because of me having to go through old Twitch highlights, I found some of that stuff, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, you found some for our Keep Talking stuff?
Yeah. I still remember Matt.
That's me.
Are you familiar with the Twitch emote Kappa?
Of course I am.
Dustin wasn't. Dustin, do you remember this?
Well, I remember it.
Oh, perfect.
It's probably the one thing I remember most from.
Oh, perfect. Great. So, me and Dustin doing Keep Talking, Nobody Explodes. Dustin looked at my chat and someone put Kappa. And what do you think Dustin thought it was, Matt?
Oh wait, no, I've seen this. You've told me it before.
Yeah,
I can't fake it. Isn't this? Maybe I'm losing my mind. Doesn't he say like it's Anne Frank or something?
Yep.
I do say it's Anne Frank.
You showed me this before. I didn't remember until you posed the question of what do you think Dustin said this was. I did not remember. I didn't link the two together.
Mm-hmm.
But that I was like, oh yeah, doesn't. And I'm like, okay, if he said that and my brain immediately flashed an image of Anne Frank, which now thinking about it, the most popular image of her is like black and white.
Yeah. That's what I thought it was.
Basically the same pose as Kappa.
That's what I'm saying.
So I mean, if it's that small, okay, to think that there is. Okay, you do have to imagine that at some point the thought went through your brain of, oh, that's weird. This website just has an Anne Frank image that I can embed into text. That's crazy.
Listen, I didn't know much about emotes at the time. I don't know. I wasn't really thinking that much. So the idea of like an Anne Frank emote wasn't in my head. So I thought, I don't know, someone just posted a picture of Anne Frank or something.
He did copy and paste a picture of Anne Frank.
I don't know. I wasn't thinking much. I just said the first thing that came to mind.
You have to imagine. And I do see where you're coming from, unlike the Azumarill thing. That is funny though.
I remember up to that point, I only heard of Kappa. I never actually seen Kappa. I just heard people say it a bunch. I never knew what it was.
Good. I just remember I thought it was the funniest shit ever at the time.
It was pretty funny.
Okay, wait. Okay, so Azumarill is closer to a rabbit than Ampharos is to a sheep.
I thought you were somehow comparing Azumarill to Anne Frank.
I thought he was too.
I was like, where is that going?
Dustin, or I don't know why you say Dustin. Matt.
Oh. Why can none of us get anyone's names right?
You just said Dustin like 6 times. And
I feel like it's been the thing the past couple weeks.
Dustin. Okay, yes.
To be fair, though, I also have issues with Ampharos being called a sheep.
Well, the thing is, I feel like Ampharos isn't Like,
It's supposed to be a sheared sheep, is what it's supposed to be.
yeah,
it's a
but you
sheared
got
sheep.
but you got the proportions all wrong. I feel like the biggest claim that Amphirodos has to being a sheep is based on its prior evolutions.
Right, and I mean, Mary and Flaffy, 100% sheep, like, no denying that.
But the thing, yeah, and then my thing with Azumarill is that, like, no one was calling it a rabbit until Azumarill. No one
Right.
was really calling Azumarill or
In
no.
fact, Marill is literally
Marill?
called the Aqua. Well, Marill's the pre-evolution.
Wait,
From-
which is the wait?
So you
How's
have
it go?
Azarill's the baby one,
Azurill,
then
Marill,
Marill, then
Azumarill.
Azumarill.
Okay, that was confusing.
So you have Azarill, which is this blue thing on a ball.
Ball, basically.
And then you have Marill, which the nickname is Aqua Mouse. So apparently Marill's a mouse.
I see that.
Yeah, it's a mouse.
And then Azumarill becomes Aqua Rabbit. So apparently you have a ball that evolves into a mouse that evolves into a rabbit.
I
That,
mean
like-
the weird gray thing evolves into an octopus. Like Remoraid evolves into Octillery. That doesn't make sense.
I remember,
But
There
I feel
was-
like at least the color scheme is consistent and the kind of rounded edges is consistent.
I read somewhere the logic behind Remoraid becoming Octillery. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Is it like supposed to be like a bullet?
I
always
think
thought
it's
Remoraid was
something
supposed
like
to-
that.
I feel like Octillery should shoot Remoraid the same way that Dragapult, I think is what it's called, shoots the little dragon guys.
Yes,
I feel like it should be. I feel like that would be similar, but they never really did that.
Yeah, you're right. Dragapult shooting the Dreepy.
Dreepy, yeah, that's what it's called. Oh, dude, I saw what was it recently that I saw? It was like some Pokemon. It was some Pokemon thing, and I genuinely like did not understand a single bit of it. I think it had to be about recent games. I forget what it is.
Like, was it about lore, about their Pokemon?
I think it was just like a bunch of they were just talking about like I think it was just like the legendaries from Scarlet and Violet.
Okay.
And I was just like, I don't understand. This is like the first time that like I've seen something Pokemon related. I
Like
did not
Wo Chien
understand.
and Chien Pao. And,
Yeah, I think so. Is that like the snail? there's like
one of them. One of them is the
There's like a
snail.
snail and like a cat. And
There's
I
a
just
snail, a snow. Let me think here. It's a snail, a snow leopard, and then two others that I cannot think of.
basically I think it was that. And I'm like, this is
Oh,
the first
there's a fish.
time-
One of them's a fish.
There's just a fish, and that's not the sushi little
No.
guys. And that's not the big fish that's made up of a bunch of little fish.
No, the fish. The fish one I think is like Ting Yu or Ting Lu or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I'd realized this is the first time that I've seen something that claimed to be Pokemon related, but I genuinely couldn't believe it because I didn't know a single thing they were talking about. I was like, I'm done. I'm out. I'm free. I'm free from Pokemon.
Dude, you'll never be free from Pokemon unless you stop being friends with me.
I've been released at this point. I don't know. I saw a thing talking about like the next Pokemon game, and then I'm like, and it said something about being like only on Switch too, and I'm like, it probably will be.
No.
Next mainline
the next
Pokemon game?
mainline? Yes, the next main. Okay, yeah.
And I'm like,
100%.
I thought you were talking.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about
No.
Legends ZA. Yeah, the next
No, like-
mainline absolutely will be a Switch 2 exclusive. of
and I'm just
course.
gonna be like, I'm just never gonna play it. I barely played Scarlet and Violet, and that's just because I had a Switch. Because too many of my friends, honestly, if I didn't have the friend group that I did in college, I probably wouldn't own a Switch.
Fair.
Genuinely,
Not even for Smash?
Yeah. Not even for Smash. Well, it was because Smash was when we were in college,
Mhm.
Oh. That's
and then
interesting.
Pokemon because I was in Pokemon Club. I'm not gonna not play Pokemon,
Right.
but especially after Scarlet and Violet, like I only played it I didn't have any reason. I had like reason to like breed competitive Pokemon in college or things of that nature, right? I had a
Mhm.
vested interest in maintaining Pokemon because like all my friends play Pokemon. But like with Scarlet and Violet, like all I really felt like I wanted to do was just play the game so I could talk about it
Sure.
and like experience it, but like
Mhm.
without like a group of people around me playing Pokemon, I'm probably not going to keep playing it. And at this point, I'm probably never buying a Switch 2 unless
I
something goes
mean,
crazy.
that's totally fine.
So it's like I'm just like dealing with like I'm just not playing. I'm like that's
Ho-
crazy that there's probably a mainline Pokemon game that I'm just not going to play for the first time in my life. And that's kind of crazy
Honestly,
to me.
Having an
honestly,
identity
Matt,
crisis over it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I'm feeling.
honestly though,
Anyway.
Matt, like being serious, because despite me being mad about the price increase and shit, I probably will still buy it. Um, if later down the road, once I'm done playing the game, you wanted to play it, I'd totally lend you my Switch 2 so that you could play it.
Oh yeah, and I appreciate that.
Like, because you're right, it's foolish to buy an entire console if that's the only game you're gonna get. For me, I'm already eyeing Mario Kart World as well. That looks really fucking good.
Oh,
Same. I
dude,
wanted to pre-order the Mario Kart Switch, but I didn't
Oh,
because I
really?
forgot it was even happening.
I do want to play Mario Kart though. God,
It looks sick.
I fucking hate Nintendo.
Same.
How dare
Why?
you, Nintendo, make good fucking games, but
Well,
only a couple.
why do they have to be shit like 11 months and 3 weeks out of the year? And then 1 week be like, "Oh, by the way, this is what Mario Kart looks like now." And I'm like, "You got to be fucking kidding me." What? That looks
Dude,
awesome.
Dude, it is crazy. All right, let's talk about this. It is crazy to me that you go from Mario Kart 8, which by absolute like everyone would agree, the best Mario Kart that has ever came out.
Yeah.
Huge success, one of the best selling games on Switch. You're like, how the fuck do you follow that up? And then they fucking nail it? Are you kidding me?
And then you look at Pokemon and you're like, "Guys, just do that over here.
You're not wrong.
Give us a little bit of that." Like, really?
To be fair, Za looks kind of sick too, in my opinion.
Legends does look good, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean,
Dude, when I saw you can time moves in the correct way to dodge the other attack, I was like, "Oh, you're kidding me!"
that is kind of cool. I'll give it that.
Yeah. One thing I do want to really do with Legends is because I'm really good friends with the top speedrunner of the other Legends game, I want to try to get more involved in the speedrunning side of Legends.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, Mario Kart, dude, I thought 12th was bad. Wait till I get 24th.
It just looks so
Also, more
cool.
importantly,
The wall jump.
guys, I can't believe I'm saying this. You ready? I have to retire racing as Koopa.
Yeah,
Wait, who's
who are you
your
gonna
new
race
guy?
Because
as?
I can fucking race as the penguin?
Oh, true. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm like, are
Well,
you kidding me?
well, that's wait, actually that's crazy because you got your penguin your favorite animal,
Yep.
presumably. I got the
Oh,
cow, and cow's my favorite animal.
no.
Dustin,
Yeah.
what's your favorite animal?
Wow, I wasn't paying attention during the friendship quiz. Bison.
Oh, actually, I do remember this. What do you mean I wasn't paying attention? I won.
Yeah, I don't know. You should remember now. But anyways,
I should
Bison
have
is my
remembered
answer.
now. All right, well, don't worry, Dustin. You'll get there.
Hey, I'll just play Luigi again. I don't care. That's why I always play Mario games.
Yeah, but I want to play the cow.
I mean,
Play the
him
cow.
playing Luigi doesn't stop you from being a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I want to play the cow, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, cool. I did that, and then I'm gonna switch back to Rosalina, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
But the cow existing was is so awesome to me. Like I
There's
feel
so
like I
many
can
strange characters in that game.
I feel
It's
like I
going to
can
be in that game, I should say.
I can live happy knowing that the cow is there. The same way how I don't play Smash, but I still am I live my everyday happy knowing that Piranha Plant is in Smash and that there are people that are still mad about it.
You know
I
what's
can
wild? You know what else is wild to me about the Mario Kart game then?
What's that?
Is of all the things they're adding, the one thing that they're actually taking away, I'm 100% at peace with.
What are they taking away?
The full cart customization.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going back to kind of old school where there's a bunch of different carts you can choose, but you choose the cart. Kind of like Mario Kart
Yeah.
Wii.
Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm fine with that because, like, what they said is like what we found most people would do with the unlockables is like they would boot up the game, choose something, and then most players don't change it. And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm not
Yeah.
giving
Yeah.
a, I don't
And
give
then
a shit.
like when I saw
I've been using the
TikToks that
same
were
build
like
forever.
Exactly.
yeah, and like when I saw TikToks that were like, here's the best build in Mario Kart, and it's like it's the plushy dinosaur with the blue wheels and the cloud glider and
Yoshi
whatever.
Buggy Bear.
I was like, I don't care. I just genuinely didn't care, and I've never Mario Kart was just not a game I cared enough about. Like I loved Mario Kart 8 a lot.
Mhm.
Like I completed it as far as like the Grand Prix or whatever, like all golds and whatnot.
Mhm.
Like I played the shit out of that. And like I played a lot of but I never really cared. Like my go-to is just the gold glider because I got that. The gold cart because I got it and I think it looks cool. And then I guess like the Azure wheels, the blue ones are typically the
Mhm.
ones that are in like the like OP builds or what like the most optimized builds.
Yeah.
I just used it because I couldn't get the gold wheels because I didn't want to do time trials, which is how you got them. And
Mm.
and the wheels were just light blue like Rosalina's dress.
Right.
I just thought it looked good with Rosalina because I only play Rosalina. And like that, and then I picked it and I ran with it forever and I never changed it.
I couldn't even tell you why cart I use in Mario Kart 8. Like I just don't pay attention to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good choice.
Most people, once you built it, you just use that. Once you find a thing that works
Right.
for you, it's like, okay, I'm just going to play that.
Yeah, I feel like you really had like almost like the duality is either like I don't care or I care so much I'm using the same thing as everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel
Yeah.
like the in between didn't really exist too much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once you get like competitive stuff, it's like literally everyone's just the same exact thing. It's just Yoshi's on the bear with the
Yeah.
same wheels and stuff.
Yeah, and it's not
Like,
like
okay, what's even the point at that point?
there's only 3 options. And like I know like event like sometimes like they'd like patch something and something would change or
Yeah.
maybe it like changed with the new maps or something. Like I'm sure there was some sort of evolution to the meta in the community, but for the most part it's like there's 3 different options. You have 3 you have 3 like there's only 3 like things that can be that can change. It's not going to take forever to people to be like here's the most optimized one for every map ever.
Yeah.
It's not something like where you're like doing like a build and the build has like 10 different levels per section or whatever. Like just no the optimization is just so easy that you're all going to basically come to one thing that's the best.
Right. Yeah.
TF2 was like that for a long time. Or I mean it has been like that for a long time. Especially because the game doesn't change. Like I feel like the especially in like the like highest form of competitive TF2 there is, it was solved like 15 years ago, 10 years ago.
Mhm.
Right.
It was solved and
And it
it's
was
just
a game
not
that doesn't get
and
updates.
it's not changing. Like
Yeah.
there was And then every now and again, you're gonna have like this like one player that does something different and is really good at it. But like you'll have
The
people
fuck
that
you
change.
mean Pachirisu made it to World Championship?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Is that the 2012 VGC champion Pachirisu? Yeah, like you're always gonna have those. Like
Dude.
I remember in TF2 there was this one scout, I think his name was Ibby, and he just used this like random unlock that no one had used in competitive ever because it was just bad. But he was like insane with it. And then like people would try to and then like if he was bodying the other team scout, that scout would try to use the unlock and they just couldn't do it. Like they were literally just playing a different game than everyone else. Like you'll always have those players, but I feel like for a lot of games, like what you do is just what you do. If you want to be at the most competitive level, you almost lose like the character of the game itself
Yeah.
because you're playing at the most competitive level possible where obviously your objectives are different. Like
It's
I imagine if you look like cuz if you correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like if you look at like a VOD of like the number 1 spot on a speed run and a number 2 spot on a speed run, they're gonna look almost identical.
um it depends on different things. So like for
Be-
example, if you're looking at an overall track, then yeah, for the most part it'll probably be the same. But like the optimal build will be different for each track.
But that goes in I mean that goes into like
And occasionally
time
you do
trials
have
per map.
And occasionally you do have people who all of a sudden come out with new things that just shouldn't work but do.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's still like a once in a while thing. Like typically like if I watch a summoning salt video, like new tech comes out
Mhm.
and then everyone's just like, okay, well whoever gets the highest or lowest little colored line in the summoning salt video is whoever does that new thing best. And for the
Right.
most part like if I have to listen to Summoning Salt say, and it could have been faster if he just cleaned up his gameplay a little bit. If I have to hear Summoning Salt say that again, I'm gonna lose my mind because that seems to be every single thing. Like the higher you go, you just lose individuality because you're just trying to optimize. You can eventually you plateau at something.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
And obviously it's those people that think different that change it a little bit is the reason that you even progress in the beginning.
I mean, I can even go so far as this. You ready, Matt? So, when I speed ran Crash Team Racing, there's 8 characters you can play as, okay? The way the game works is there's 4 classes essentially, and there's 2 characters assigned to each. So there's the balanced characters. So the 3 stats in the game are speed, acceleration, and the ability to turn. So there's the balanced characters, characters who have a max stat of speed, characters with a max stat of acceleration, and characters with a max stat of turning.
Yeah, same thing as Mario Kart, right?
And
Like you have every character you have
right,
manual.
but to a
Yeah.
even simple, a more simple degree. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, for a long time, the optimal character was one of the speed characters because speed go burr.
I want to
Eventually,
yeah. Yeah.
eventually people realized, oh, actually it's better to do the acceleration character. That way you can get to top speed quicker and do this and that or whatever. But going back to the speed thing, you have 2 characters. You have Coco and Engine. There's no stat difference between the 2. So in theory, it should be about 50-50, right? It is 90-10. Most people play Coco, and the reason is, and I shit you not,
Hot.
is Coco has
What?
a smaller visual model.
Oh, that makes that's fun.
Therefore, you can see slightly more.
That's insane.
And I remember for a long time being like, that's stupid. And so I'd run Engine. But eventually, hive mind gonna hive mind, I switched to Coco. Like,
Because what was everyone asking you why you're playing Engine?
no, but like it's just one of those things where it's like if I want to improve, I guess I'll do what everyone else is doing.
And if you're not and if you're like not beating your personal time, and you're like, okay, well, and then like this idea of everyone
Mhm.
does this one thing is looming over you, yeah, eventually
And I
you're
mean
gonna
that's
be
kind
like,
of
all
the
right, let's see.
and that's the situation I'm having slowly over as I play the game now because I've slowly been getting more and more used to playing an acceleration character instead.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna do if your end goal, yeah, if your end goal is to get the best possible time and you see
Mhm.
someone do something that you're not doing and they have a better time than you, yeah, obviously
Mhm.
you're gonna do what you do, and that's just kind of how everything progresses
Yeah.
in any competitive sense anyway.
Mhm.
Couldn't do it.
No.
No.
Dude, speaking of things we can't do, this fucking level.
Bro, yeah, you're a monkey. Look, a game's called Monkey Ball. You're a monkey in a ball. I think you're doing great.
Thanks, Matt.
If you weren't in a ball, I'd start asking questions.
Ugh. What else is new in the world? I'm sure there's plenty of
Pope
other new
died.
things. Pope, rest in peace, Francis.
What else is new in the world, guys? Pope's dead.
Dead Pope.
Okay, I'm telling you guys.
By next podcast, we'll probably have a new one.
Okay, okay. I'm just saying, I think my conspiracy theory, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah?
I think I'm right.
You think Vance killed him?
I think it goes deeper than that. I think Donald Trump is trying to be named God.
Ooh.
I think
Hey,
I think JD Vance killed the Pope. Because I think he's trying to he was like, I stacked the Supreme Court. How is it gonna be that hard to stack the Vatican, right? I think JD Vance killed the Pope. I think he disguised himself as
Holy
a
shit.
cardinal. I think he's still there. I think the guy
Oh.
that went to India, which is also insane that he like went, it was India,
he
right?
went to India and started a war. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
basically.
Wait, I've not
I don't,
heard this. What?
I don't remember why he visited India, but he did visit India at some point, maybe to talk
He's
to the
going
president or something, or whatever he's
he's
called.
going on some like
And
sort of basically he's going on tour.
yeah, and basically
And
I think after he left, there was a terrorist attack in Kashmir.
Oh my
We're just
god.
starting a war between India and whatever that border is.
The Kashmir area might be. I think that's Nepal.
Ooh, there's another one though. I think it's the other one.
Bangladesh.
Possibly. I'll look it up. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, it's
Anyway, I don't
happening.
think that was the real JD Vance. I think JD Vance is currently disguised as a cardinal, right?
Pakistan.
Pakistan. You're right, Pakistan.
Oh no, I think I get involved. I think JD Vance, and the thing is, we had all those photoshops of JD Vance. I don't think anyone remembers what he really looks like.
Mhm.
So I think he's gonna go there. I think they're going to knob. I think they're gonna pick as Pope that like really bigoted one that I keep hearing about.
There's a
The
couple
not
of
cool.
those.
The not.
The
I mean,
the
I
German
saw
one.
the main one.
There's a German one. There's a black guy, and
No, the
there's
black
an
guy.
American guy. The black guy,
It's
yeah,
the
he's not
black
great.
guy. Yeah. I think they're gonna
There's a
nominate
good
him.
black guy too, but there's a bad one that's getting more.
That's
Whoa,
the one.
whoa! Good black guys. Nope, not gonna skip.
Those
I like the
Rob,
good black
Those
guy.
exist.
He's from the Congo. He seems kind of based.
Good
I
black
like him.
guys.
nah, the one that seems like super bigoted, the
Yeah,
bad one.
he said like the Islam is like ruining the West or something like that.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I
Yeah.
think that guy is gonna get nominated to be Pope, or he's gonna chosen to be Pope, and then the Pope, he's gonna be like, guys, God, outdated.
God outdated.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I think
We
that's what's going to happen if the American guy gets in, like Leo,
true.
whatever his name is. I think it's he gets in. There's some fishy stuff going on.
I'm just saying, the guys, we need a God, and who better then Donald J. Trump, and then
It's funny
Trump
because you
gets to say that he's literally God, and then I think it's over for the rest of us.
yeah.
That's my conspiracy
mean,
theory anyway. That
you
JD
talk
Vance is
about
disguised as a cardinal.
you talk about stuffing, not stuffing. What term did you use?
Stacking.
Stacking. Yes, thank you. Stacking
Yeah.
the Vatican. That's essentially what Francis did
He did
as
do
his time
that.
as Pope. He
He
did a
did do
bunch of
that, but in a
cardinals.
goaded way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in a
because
good
he's
way.
kind of sick. Because there's like, I think it's like 80% of the people voting are people that he made cardinals.
Yeah. Which is
So
a
it's
good thing because
It
hopefully
is a
that
good thing.
means that that means the church can continue to get liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? And maybe this is
What?
just because I've existed on the internet for so long. The Pope died, and no joke, one of my first thoughts was, I'm gonna start getting recommended that goddamn CPG Grey video about how to become the Pope.
Did it happen?
Which is a video that exists like, I don't know, like 14 years ago that
Mhm.
explains the process of becoming the Pope. And I'm like, that video is gonna show up in my goddamn fucking feed
Well,
because
it's like, did you see the?
everyone's gonna be looking it up, and there it is every day. It's in my YouTube recommended. It's like I watched this video when I was in high school. I don't need to watch it again.
Well, it's like, did you see the one he had just put out about how, hey, the penny's finally out. Now let's get rid of the nickel.
Yeah, the penny one too. When he was talking about getting rid of the penny, I was like, oh, the CPG Grey video. Oh, that's probably
I don't think the
boosting
penny's
getting
officially out yet.
No,
No, but Trump has basically tried to stop the minting of it, which
I
is
wonder-
one of the few things that I will agree with Trump needs to happen.
I have a question about CPG Grey.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's one of those things where he throws out as an idea and people act like
Yeah.
it happens. It's like, no, he's just saying, oh, we should do this.
Yeah.
Sorry, your question about CGP Grey.
Is he still a Tesla fanboy? Because he was a Tesla fanboy for a long time.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he used to do like streams about him being in his Tesla. He
Oh,
was
I
a
didn't know that.
huge Tesla fanboy, and I don't want. And I mean, like, okay, dude, I like your videos, and you like the car you drive. I don't need to be that like, and just hate people, like hating people liking things. I don't need to be that bad about it. But I'm wondering how he's doing.
Hmm.
Much like how people might not be doing too well because their favorite VTuber just got canceled. I wonder how the Tesla fanboys feel about Elon Musk. But the ones
I
that were
know.
like the ones that were like pre him going full on crazy, and they're just like, I want a cool EV.
Yeah, like
I want to know how they're doing.
I could totally see them being like, yeah, I do like the Tesla. Musk sucks.
Yeah, that's what Baby No Money did, which was really cool.
I mean, that's kind of like where I'm at with Harry Potter, where I'm like, oh, I fucking love the Harry Potter world. J.K. Rowling's a bitch,
Yeah.
fuck her, but like, damn, that is a fun fantasy world to be in.
Yeah, no, Baby No Money was like because he was doing Whip It Tesla. Dustin, you were there.
Yeah.
Like it's like one like really super popular songs where he talks about Whip It Tesla, and he's like, yeah, but fuck Elon Musk. I mean, that's really what you got to do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's easy, and it definitely is easier when what they create is not about them.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely much easier to kind of have
Yeah,
that
yeah.
distinction.
It's the big difference between why I can still read something like Harry Potter, but I can never go back and watch like Achievement Hunter stuff.
Yeah, yeah. As if Ryan's in it.
Honestly,
Or just in
any of
general.
it I don't watch anymore.
Yeah, they did have that whole other
Because
thing. That was most of them.
it's not even that, it's more just like it will remind me of all of the controversy and shit, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
God damn.
I feel like I dodged a lot of that because I had stopped watching by that point.
Well, it was funny because I was like just starting to like stop watching. I was slowly waning off of it. And then the Ryan stuff hit, and I like quit cold turkey.
I was
Like,
it's like, I might as well leave.
I
mean,
like,
I don't.
yep, I'm done.
Oh yeah, I was throwing it deep at that point.
You were what?
I was like still like deep in the
Yeah.
watching Rooster Teeth at that point. Especially during 2020, like
Yeah.
that was like every day for me. I was watching the new stuff on Rooster Teeth.
Well, you're a COVID, nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Dude, the duality of my two favorite people from Achievement Hunter. The duality
Yeah.
is insane.
Yeah.
Wait, who were the two?
Dude, R&R connection, buddy.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
same.
They were my favorite.
My
They
favorite
were
was Ray,
easily-
and then he left. Like, okay, guess I'll go Ryan. It's like,
Yeah, Ryan.
okay, Jeremy.
No, I'm pretty solid
Jeremy was
because
cool.
the two that I kind of liked the most was Michael and Gavin. And as far as I'm aware,
Oh,
they've pretty much stayed clear of the shit,
For the most
unless
part.
they haven't.
depending on what
like-
shit you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, there was
I
that.
think the
there was,
majority. I think the majority of the scandalous stuff had nothing to do with either of them, besides them being like tangentially involved.
Yeah, there was never like
Uh,
it doesn't seem like there was ever Michael drama or Gavin drama, but there was Achievement Hunter drama.
Right, which you
Which
could
they were
argue
not,
that's just as
which-
bad, but
Which like they were never like the thing of it. Were they a part of it? Yeah, but like it's not as bad as when you're fucking Ryan Haywood or Adam Kovic, right?
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, like they had like troublesome stuff from the past that they said and did or whatever, but other than there's nothing like serious with them.
Also, I forget what was I watching? I was watching something Achievement Hunter related. But I was watching some of it and Gavin just like said like the R word. And I was like, wow, this is really old. This is a different time. Because I just he was like, oh, that's isn't in it or whatever. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Gavin, you can't say that. I think Ray did
Right.
too. And I'm like, damn, this really is just old. It's just showing his age at this point. So
Yeah.
there's nothing to be mad about. It's just showing age. But I'm
Mhm.
like, that's crazy. Like after like I don't know if Rob Field know anything about iDubbbz, but I watched like the most recent Content Cop, which he does like when he makes videos about other people's content and stuff like that. And I watched it and I'm like, this is so tame in comparison to what I remember. And then I watched the one he did made on Killer Keemstar. And I'm like, holy shit. iDubbbz is just ripping every slur in the book.
Oh jeez.
But that's like literally what it was in that on the internet.
Yeah.
That's just what you did. You just said whatever. Back when the internet was like when it like rewarded you for being edgy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. And it's like also if you look at like even if you look at like PewDiePie or something, if you look at him over the past 10 years, you're like, holy shit, that's insane. The stuff we used to say, or people used to say anyway, versus now.
I am out of the map. What the
That was insane. Like PewDiePie is just a dad that lives in Japan now, and I'm like, that's awesome for you, dude.
The fact that he lives in Japan does not.
think
It's
he just
wild
wanted-
to me.
I think he just wanted to get away from everything. He wanted to get as far away from the shit as possible. And I was like,
Yeah.
dude, after your life, 100%, I agree. And he's just like a dad now, which is also insane to me. But that's just how time works.
Yeah, that's not a weird thing. That's just.
I used to watch you say, I used to just watch you say the N-word. Well, just casually rip it. And I was like, damn, that I used to be like, dude, that's awesome. Fucking love iDubbbz.
Mhm.
It's insane. It's like, that's cool. Different time. I wish I could go back.
Do you?
Same.
I'd much rather have iDubbbz saying the N-word than the Department of Education being dismantled. Call me crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy. I was crazy once.
I was crazy once. Knocked me in a room. Dude.
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 You guys got your cosplays?
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Although if I'm buying the Pokemon
Good
plush, I'm
dream.
gonna get on that.
You do.
Yeah, I'm concerned whether I'm not gonna get the gloves and boots or not.
The what?
The gloves and boots.
You should.
Like Team Rocket ones?
Yeah. I also might need to double check what pants I'm getting. Because the pants, or if I even need to get pants at all. Because the pants will also determine whether or not I get the gloves or boots.
Oh, you just buy them all at the same time.
Possibly, yeah. Because
Oh.
I have an idea what the gloves and boots are gonna, like, what kind of texture are gonna be or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just know, like, if I get, like, black jeans or something, it's not really gonna work with those boots. So I just have to, I still have to figure that out.
Oh, Rob,
What up?
what generation Pokemon is Hawaii?
7.
Right?
Thank you.
Took me a bit to understand the question, I'm gonna be honest. Why do you ask?
The whatever that line of Pokemon plushes I saw is coming out soon. And I wanted to
Oh,
tell you
really?
about it. The what are they called?
Alola?
Hello, one?
No, it's like the brand of plush that it
Oh,
is.
the Sitting Cuties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one is getting released in Japan soon, and I wanted to tell you about it. Because I was
Okay.
like, that's relevant to Rob.
Yeah, I like to get a couple of my favorite Pokemon each time. I don't
There
know. Did I ever get the Gen 6 ones? Do I have any Gen 6 ones?
there is a Guzzlord that looks very cool.
I don't think I ever got any Gen 6 ones now that I'm looking.
You didn't get the Froakie?
No, I guess not.
Have you seen the Froakie? I showed you the Froakie.
Yeah, I think we looked at the Froakie. And I remember it being stupid as fuck.
It looks awful.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I just don't think I actually bought any of them. I don't even have Hoopa? Damn, I'm gonna do some shopping after this.
Oh my god. Another billion to Nintendo Corporation.
Oh, that's how I'm supposed to do this? I'm fucking stupid.
Bro.
I'm still struggling.
See, right there.
No, come on.
Wait, how are you not? Wait, is
Because
it really
it's I'm on a half pipe.
How'd you get it to stop?
I pressed the stop button at the start.
Dude, I feel so mean right now because I'm looking at this and I'm like, how the fuck have you not gotten it yet? I'm like, what the hell
No,
are you
he
doing?
stopped
Like,
at, like,
what?
just the wrong spot.
What? How? Okay, I genuinely I know in my heart of hearts that it's not that easy and that it's you're not just terrible, but Jesus Christ, that looks so easy.
Matt, do you see how it's a big half pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was stopped
surely-
like on the edge.
Surely.
Yeah, he stopped at the wrong point.
That's what I know.
Oh, that's gonna be even worse.
That's what I know. Like, I know it's not as easy as my brain is, but at the end of the day, I can't not think that that was like the biggest throw of all time.
No, yeah, I get that.
That's- I can work with that. Come the fuck
Back
on.
in the same exact spot.
There
There
we
you go.
go.
Okay, thank fucking God. That was driving me crazy.
Dude, it was driving you nuts. It was driving me nuts.
I was like, how has he not gotten this yet? I have never played this game.
Never
knowing
played a Super
nothing
Monkey
about
Ball?
it. No.
They are not easy.
But I'm like, there's no way. Is this like is this like Bennett Foddy? Like a Foddian game before Foddian games?
I don't know if I'd really call it like that because it's not like it'd be like that if I had to like restart from the very beginning of the game after a fall or something like that.
Is this like a game that like Michael would play on Rage Quit?
Yes,
Okay.
Pretty sure he has.
I feel like he did.
Probably.
Probably like a classic one, because I mean this is a GameCube game.
Okay. Makes sense.
I mean this was released in like 03 or 04, maybe even 02.
Fair amount of Achievement Hunter games. I actually played Repo recently.
Oh, I've been
Together.
meaning to watch that. I've been meaning to watch that.
I thought Achievement Hunter ended, so it didn't. No, they've rebranded, right?
No,
Well, they
it ended.
rebanded to like Dog Bark or whatever, and then Rooster
That-
Teeth died, so that went down with it.
It was just the
So-
people.
So
It was just the
then,
people.
what's going on with Repo?
They
It's just
decided
the-
to stream Repo together.
Just
Okay,
the
but
people.
who's they?
It was.
Like,
let
which
me look at the video.
Yeah, it's not like as Achievement Hunter. It's
No,
not
that-
like
Yeah, it's not as-
branded. It's
Jeremy
just
just
the
wanted to do
people.
like let's want to do a like a reunion sort of thing. Here it is.
Depending
Yeah,
on
because-
who it is, I might try to watch it.
Jeremy, Gavin, Matt Bragg, Trevor, Alfredo, and I doubt any even know, but Black Crystal.
Don't know the fuck that is.
Ryan, hey,
She was like the last Achievement Hunter essentially added.
um,
But yeah, that's the group. Michael was supposed to be there, but I guess he called out at the
Now,
end.
Dustin, I'm double checking because as we just went over, I don't know who this person is.
Mhm.
You said their name is Black Crystal?
Black Crystal, yeah.
Okay.
I genuinely thought he was going to be more concerned about the person named Alfredo.
No, because I remember.
He knows Alfredo.
Sauce, like the
Yeah,
sauce.
I was still watching when that they joined and stuff. I don't
think-
remember
yeah.
much about them, but
I remember Jeremy and Matt.
yeah.
That's about as much as I remember.
hmm
Oh, did
I
I even say
remember-
Ray?
Oh, Ray is in it too.
Yeah, Ray. I didn't
no,
say it
but I
because I'm
knew
watching
that.
on his YouTube channel, so I didn't say it. But yeah, Ray's in it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
No, no Jeff and Jack.
No, Jeff and Jack.
Did you say
Unfortunate.
Michael?
Michael was supposed to be in it, but I guess like last minute he had something else to do.
Okay.
Bro, as a kid.
2.
His kids gotta be like 7 and 8 or so now, huh?
Something like that, yeah.
That's
Oh,
insane.
Weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
He's also like
You know-
jacked now.
Well, I mean, he was kind of jacked back then too.
No, dude.
ev-
You should
Oh,
see him
like,
now. He's
really
like he's
jacked?
shredded. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like he's like a bodybuilder now.
Oh,
Well, maybe not
damn,
bodybuilder, but-
okay.
didn't like every like guy that was on YouTube like around the same time all just like start getting into like health and fitness?
Kinda.
I feel like they all just got ripped at some point. They were just like,
PewDiePie's
I have,
jacked.
yeah, like PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. I feel like at some point they all just were just like, yeah, been doing this shit a while. Need something new to do. How about I just get healthy?
Dude, I wish I could do that.
The opposite of Asmongold.
You just do it.
Yeah, easier said than done. I don't have the time.
Bro. All right, I'm gonna be right back. Don't ask me any questions.
Okay.
Matt, what's your favorite color?
Green, motherfucker.
Matt, why do you hate me so much?
You know. Anyway, but for real,
Oh boy, Dustin.
Oh boy, indeed. Trying to
Uh,
get this.
Matt leaving the two of us unsupervised on the podcast. This can only be great.
Say your favorite slur right now.
Ass.
Nice. Good choice.
What's yours?
Thank you. It's a good thing we timed it perfectly at the same time.
Yeah, crazy. I can't believe you said that. I'm glad I heard you.
Yeah.
Oh, ready? Jeez, this game driving me nuts. So I guess next pod will probably be the Discord survivor, huh?
Might as well be, yeah.
If I'm not the first one out, then something's wrong.
We'll see if the bot
'Cause
knows that well.
you fucks would vote me out first just out of spite.
Yeah,
I did think about it a little more, Dustin, okay?
sure.
If I could get, and I think I could do it, if I could get like 10 of you interested in doing some sort of like a Minecraft survivor thing, I would do it. I would run it.
You would
But
like
I would,
host it?
yeah. Well, yeah, because A, I'm the only one who would put in the effort to host it. And B,
Fair.
again, if I'm playing, y'all are voting me out first anyway. I'm not stupid.
How do we
Doesn't
get
matter
back to
what the fuck I say.
How do we always go back to Survivor?
Well, actually, we started by saying our favorite slurs, so that was fun.
You're gonna need to do a little bit of
Nice.
censoring.
No, that's
Yeah.
okay.
I posted
But,
Michael Jones and media dump, by the way.
I'll take a look when I inevitably fail again.
I actually want to. I was just thinking about something with Survivor recently.
Yeah.
Two things, but one involves a question to you, Robert. So you know how we
Holy
said,
shit, Michael! What the fuck? Okay.
right? Yeah, it's crazy.
All right. I dig. Yeah, what's up?
But we've talked a couple times, like in the
You can
odd
say
scenario of like
okay.
us two being in Survivor, like in the same season, like, oh, we gotta at least get the merge, right? And then it's free for all from there, at least get each other the merge.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote you out immediately at merge. I'm gonna do everything I can, right?
You have told me this before, yes.
So let's say I do that, right? I vote you out.
Okay,
I
sure.
get the votes. I kick you out immediately at merge.
Uh-huh.
You're on the jury.
Yeah.
I'm final three.
Yeah.
Do you have the heart to vote for me to win?
Do I have the heart to vote for you? Dude, I think it'd be insane not to vote for you.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you still
Bro,
have that respect for
dude,
me, even though I vote you out.
Dude, okay, no, because he knows he's getting something out of it. He's getting he's getting like a dinner out of it or something that you're paying for. Like he knows he knows he
See, I wasn't so sure if you're gonna be like, "Oh, shouldn't have voted me out, idiot," and just voted for somebody else.
Dustin,
benefits from it.
Dustin, I'm not someone that bad, all right?
Okay.
I would vote for who played the best game. But even then, if you're in final three, I'm giving you a vote no matter what. Like,
Nice. Glad to hear.
No, Dustin, you get the vote easy.
here's the real question, Dustin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I blindside your ass before you can get me.
Mm-hmm.
You giving me the vote?
I'm considering it.
Holy shit, I cut that close. Considering it, yeah, okay.
I'd vote for you.
No, I think so. What I was saying, Matt, was if I got 10 of you to do like a Minecraft Survivor, and I was just like, okay, we're gonna set aside a day. It'll take, let's just say, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 hours or whatever. When you get voted out, you can stay, leave, do whatever. I don't care, but come back at this time. And then we just see what happens. Like, I think that'd be fun.
Jeez. What do I do?
Who in the Discord do you target? Who in the Discord do you trust?
I don't trust any of them.
Matt, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm doing anything. I don't think I'm doing anything. I think I'm just hanging out until you guys vote me out.
Matt, I'm gonna be honest.
Fair.
You know what I said your strategy probably would be?
What?
Matt would go up to every single person and be like, "Hey, just vote for me."
I would do that, actually.
That would be a Matt thing to do.
And then I would never get voted out.
Exactly, and then you'd win.
That does seem to be how it works out a lot of the time.
But I mean, I think it would be really tricky because, like, who would you vote? Who would you try to vote first? Like,
I vote Georgia out immediately so he can go back to playing Skyrim.
yeah.
which is
That
where I
probably
know
would be
he
how it
would.
would go.
Which
He
is
would,
where
he
I
would tell
know.
us to vote for him
I
just so
know
he could play
I know that's where he
Oblivion.
wants to be right now.
That's the thing, and that's the other thing though, is like I would tell you guys, I'd be like, listen, if I'm gonna put the effort and time into doing this, I need you guys to actually like try. Cause like I know some of y'all don't give too many shits, but like, can you at least like try to win? Like,
I don't know, man.
the way you try to win might be an interesting strategy, but like, you know. Like, if Matt's strategy is genuinely to walk around and ask people to vote for him, that's fine. That's a strategy. A questionable one, but like, you know.
I mean, it works.
But also, it's Matt, and he kind of just does that, and I know that's his thing. If, like, everyone started doing that, it'd be a problem.
Guys, it's a vote to get voted out. It's just everyone wants to get voted out. There's a repo game starting in the other channel, and everyone much rather wants to play repo, so they're all just getting voted out.
You see this team bought and rises Oblivion, Final Fantasy 14, TF2. It's a guy.
It's like whenever it's like running D&D. We're just about right. We're just starting D&D. I immediately see Penny is now playing Final Fantasy 14.